Hey guys, first of all, let me say that this little portion was added in after you see the video that you're about to see. That video was what I call a test shot. That's when I check the lighting, I make sure my clothes look good, make sure my hair is on point, make sure my lipstick looks good. But what happened was, it was such a flow, okay? Such a flow. What you're about to see is an honest, easy flow, easy conversation video. And I decided there is no way I could redo that honesty and authenticity that came through, that I'm not even going to try. So I added this part in so you can see that I do still care about what I look like. Okay, but that video was just me being me and having a conversation with my friends. So I hope you enjoy it, and let's get on to it. Hey guys, I bet you're surprised to see me. Well, we had a little bit of downtime at our facility. We did a lot of overtime in October and the beginning of November because people started ordering Christmas items early. So this week we only had, spikes of high numbers. So Saturday, Sunday, and today, they actually did a little bit of VTO. So yesterday I got to come home at 10 a.m. and I cleaned the house because it's really hard to get anything done when you're doing 12-hour shifts. By the time I get home in the evening, it's like 7:15. And I have to be in bed no later than 9:30. So, you really don't have a life when you're doing the 12 hours for peak. And then you only have 2 days off because you have to work a mandatory 5th day. And the first day, I just kind of lay around the house and start eating stuff that might go bad. I know some of y'all feel me. And then the next day, I have that mandatory overtime day. And the next day, I do grocery shopping, laundry, I do food prep for the coming week. And getting to the house is just not in the cards. So to have yesterday off allowed me to get the house together and vacuumed. And today is an absolute free day. And I really don't want to, go out shopping or anything like that. I just want to stay home and watch a movie and have a margarita and eat something good. I'm just going to enjoy the day. And I thought maybe I'd do a quick video. And I thought I'd tell you what peak is normally like. Now, Thursday I did have to do overtime, and it was a tough day. It was a tough day. I think we had almost 20,000 priorities that needed to go out that day during our 12-hour shift. So, and that's basically indicative of what peak normally is every single day for anywhere from 3 to 6 weeks. Last year, peak only lasted about 3 weeks at my facility. Before that, it was almost a solid 6 weeks, Plus there was the pandemic. Peak officially started the week of Christmas. The week of Thanksgiving. This week has been a little bit slow. Now, VTO is voluntary time off. You sign up for it on a computer. And when they decide, they need to get rid of some people, they say, hey, you signed up, you want to go? And you can say yes, or you can say no. If you say no, you can stay and work. Even if the facility goes down, and I think our facility has gone down because of electricity or something. If you want to, in that case, everybody has to leave. But sometimes, things happen and they just decide, let's send everybody home. But if you want to stay, they'll find something for you to do, like sweep. if you really need to get your hours. So voluntary time off, VTO, is absolutely voluntary, and you do not have to take it. Now, the line I work on line 2, and the last 4 stations, station number 10, 9, 8, and 7, are us mature ladies. Okay, we're kind of a box set, and we're steady. I mean, they know if you need it done, it absolutely needs to be done. They can bring it to us, and we'll get it done. And then there's some other, older or mature Amazonians scattered in hazmat and stuff like that. But there's quite a presence of us. So today, all 4 of us got VTO'd. So that was a beautiful thing. A beautiful thing. We all had stuff to do. Somebody's going to go home and bake cookies, so it's kind of nice. And a lot of the mature Amazonians at my facility, a lot of them are, either married, so there's 2 incomes in the family. Or like myself, I have several streams, so financially I'm okay. Or, they live with their family, so they're not footing all the bills by themselves. But a lot of times, we older gals and guys, we sign up for VTO because, we're able to take a little time off from work without it hurting us too much financially. And considering, Amazon regulates, how much time you can officially take off. Somebody say VTO, man, I'm for it. I'm all for it. Okay. I'm happy to go home. Okay. Because I like coming home. Oh my God, I don't spend enough time at home. So yeah, we all got VTO'd and we're just all happy. Yesterday, I was so happy and so quick to get out of there. I forgot to get my lunch out the lunchroom. So I said, well, I guess I'll eat it today. Well, didn't get to eat it today either. So there you go. So, Amazon, what I want to say, peak, it's a lot. Like last Thursday, it's a lot. It's intense. It is intense. And, Amazon always says that, we're a team and yada. Yeah, but no, we're not. Amazon is made up of individual people who do the same job. But I would not say there was a team mentality because it's hard to be a team when you're also being made to compete against each other. You understand what I'm saying? So once Amazon decided that everybody has to get a certain rate, well, then at that point, you're not a team. See, now you're an individual trying to get yours. So there isn't really, in my personal opinion, a lot of team, what's the word? Lord. I think you know what I'm trying to say. Now, me personally, I'm not a team player. I have always, in my business, either worked alone or had employees. And the reason why I'm not a team player is because I know what I can do and I know what I'm supposed to do. And as long as I'm left to my own devices, I will get it done. But when I have to work with other people, depending on whether or not they hold up their end or whether or not they're proficient, if all of that is going to affect me, well, then I'm not a happy camper. But there is one time, maybe twice a year, when we actually become a team. And that is for peak or prime, because it is so intense and there is so much that has to be done that no one individual can get it all done. You have to come together. It doesn't matter what your differences are. It doesn't matter how you feel about a person. If you see somebody struggling, you almost feel compelled to help them out. because it's that intense. It's so intense. If I was actually having a problem with something, and normally I don't want help, you know what, I'll handle this myself. But there is so much to do that if somebody said, you need a hand with that, that is about the only time I'll go, yes. I can, especially if I've got, 60 items in a cage and priorities have hit, and that cage I just got, and it's been sitting around for a half an hour. So now whatever that one item is in the back of the cage on the bottom of the floor, I have got to get to it within 3 minutes and get it on that line. At that point, yes, I could use some help and would appreciate it if someone came and helped me. But normally it's not that intense. Things aren't that tight. And yeah, you got time to manage it yourself. And there's something about when they tell you in the mornings that we've got 20,000 priorities that have to be out, and that's on top of just the regular crap that needs to go out. But 20,000 things have got to be on that truck. Those trucks that are leaving at certain points of the day. And everybody is doing their part. You see everybody scrambling, even people who don't normally scramble. Everybody's scrambling. And that, to me, is the time when you really feel a part of something. You really feel a part of the team. Those are the times that Amazonians are indeed superheroes. It's almost like, and maybe Amazon has figured this out, it's almost like the personalities that make it at Amazon are those people who hardship compels them to do more. Does that make sense? I know if I'm under the gun, then whatever I got to do, it's going to be done. Whereas if I got plenty of time to do it, it's not important. I'll either one, forget about it, or two, take too long because now I'm just, lollygagging. But you tell me, that's one of the things I really liked about being a professional home cleaner. There was a certain amount of stuff that had to be done in a certain amount of time, and no, you can't come back tomorrow and finish it. It kept me moving forward, because I needed to get to the end game by the time a certain time rolled around. And for me, it was exhilarating. I actually loved being a professional home cleaner. It kept me busy. It kept me moving forward. And when we have peak and prime, Amazon is like that. Sometimes things can, you got a little bit too much time on your hands because there's, nothing's pressing. That's when people, get in trouble, start talking, find out they don't like somebody. But when we have prime and peak, man, that's a whole different ball game. At that point, I like every single person there because they are working just as hard as I am. Those are the days, and we have a saying at Amazon, peak is the time we shine. And they are absolutely right. Peak and prime are Amazonians at their best. These are people who can survive in the jungle. Not just survive, but thrive and get shit done. Now, you put these same people in a different environment where they don't have to push themselves so hard. These are the people who could do better but don't. Because, what's the payoff? What's the reason? And I'm the same way. No, you put me in an easy circumstance, man, I'm going to get lackadaisical. That's one of the reasons why I like camping. Camping taught me that dark waits for no one, okay? Every time I camp, it's a challenge, and that's the reason why I have loved it so much. It has always been a challenge. House cleaning, getting a 4,000 square foot house done in 6 hours is a challenge. And when you're done, it's like instant gratification. You are so proud of yourself. Some people don't get that kind of gratification from a job. That's why they like to shop. That's why they like to eat. That's why they like to drink, because they're trying to fill something that's not there. But when I challenge myself, whether it's camping or cleaning or peek at Amazon, man, that is such a rush. When I leave at the end of the day, I have earned anything that Amazon chooses to give me and probably a little bit more. And when I get home, I have earned to just chill with a margarita and a cigarette on the balcony and got some good food already I have absolutely earned it, to the point that I would never let anybody take it away from me. You know, I've seen people give up stuff. Well, maybe you didn't feel like you earned it. Because if I feel like I earned it, I ain't giving up nothing. And we're going to have to fight. So yeah, that's what working at Amazon during peak is. It's intense. It's really intense. And the feeling of accomplishment, I've seen PAs run from one end of the building to another for one friggin' box so that we don't miss. And what I consider a miss is box didn't get on that truck. They will do all that just so they don't miss one box. And you gotta give them credit for that. You know, the rest of the time they're a bunch of buttholes. But man, when it comes to peak, they don't let nothing get in the way of us getting that on the truck. It would have to be some circumstances that were so extraordinary, like the pandemic. That is the only thing that ever beat Amazon, the pandemic. But it didn't kill Amazon. But it sure as hell slapped the crap out of us. But you know what? We got it together. I mean, you know, we were a little beat down, but people still got their stuff. They didn't get it overnight, but you still got it as long as we had it. And that was the main thing. We wanted to make sure people got their stuff. But, you know, all that, you know, Prime and 2 days, oh, yeah, right, okay. But you did still get it. And that was the main thing. So, yeah, peak at Amazon, I mean, other than the last couple of days, is usually a very intense, you know, time. But I'm not going to lie to you, and neither of my friends. VTO during peak is almost unheard of, and consider it a blessing for our good behavior. That's the only way we can look at it. So, this video was about absolutely nothing. But, you know, I just wanted to come to y'all and say, hey, and I'm still here. And yes, I'm getting plenty of sleep. I'm taking good care of my knees. I went from wearing my boots to my Clodhopper Nikes that are extra wide to make sure my toes can breathe. So I'm looking like crap and kind of dorky, but I'm comfortable as hell. Okay? So there we are, guys. And maybe the next time I come to y'all, I have something better to talk about. But it sure was nice seeing y'all. And I've missed you all. And I'll see you in the next one. You all have a great day and stay blessed. Bye.